This is Cy Harris, and this is my project on the Kuiper Belt. Inside the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt is named after Gerard Kuiper and Kenneth Edgeworth. It is specifically named after Kuiper because all the way back in 1951, he predicted what would later be found in the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt is located past the last planet in our solar system, Neptune. And it is a dense area made up of pebble to planet-sized objects, therefore making Pluto, which is now considered a dwarf planet, be located in the Kuiper Belt. Pluto is not alone, though. There are several other dwarf planets in the Kuiper Belt. These dwarf planets are also not alone because there are millions of objects referred to as Kuiper Belt objects in the Kuiper Belt. Pluto was discovered in 1930, but it wasn't until 1992 when the Kuiper Belt was discovered by Dave Jewett and Jan Liu. Astronomers do believe that there are more planets in the Kuiper Belt. The Kuiper Belt can teach us very important information on how the planets in our solar system were formed. Here's an article by New Horizons about NASA's missions to Pluto and the Kuiper Belt, about how planets in our solar system were formed. The Kuiper Belt is a donut shape, and there are more than thousands of KBOs larger than 62 miles in diameter. There are also trillions of smaller Kuiper Belt objects within Kuiper Belt. The first missions to the Kuiper Belt were in 2015 by New Horizons. These missions have helped us discover that Pluto is the largest object in the belt, which is why it was for some time known as a planet, but now known as a dwarf planet. It is also believed that Neptune's gravitational pull has prevented all of the objects in the belt from coming together and forming a larger planet. One thing about it is the Kuiper Belt is eroding away slowly because of collisions with things such as comets. The Kuiper Belt is approximately 4 billion to 14 billion kilometers from the sun and approximately 4 billion miles from Earth. Here is a video that explains a lot about the formation of planets, which is the main reason why the Kuiper Belt should be studied in our schools.
NASA's New Horizons spacecraft made history when it explored Pluto in 2015. On January 1st, 2019, New Horizons broke records and made history again when it flew by this strange-looking object. The Kuiper Belt Object 2014 MU69, now officially named Arakoth, is the farthest object ever explored by a spacecraft. It's 1 billion miles beyond Pluto and over 4 billion miles from the Sun. It turns out that this so-called contact binary object, billions of miles away, is a really big deal. When New Horizons left Earth in 2006, it set off on a journey to advance our understanding about how planets and planetesimals form. Planetesimals, like Arakoth, are the remnants of planetary formation, the actual building blocks of the solar system. But as common as they are, we really don't know that much about them because we had never explored an unevolved world up close. Until New Horizons flew by Arakoth, and that changed everything. Arrokoth, which is about the same size as Mars's moon Phobos, is also what we call a Kuiper Belt object. It's in a distant region of space beyond Neptune called the Kuiper Belt, filled with ancient objects that have been orbiting the sun for as long as Earth has, but have been unevolved. In a way, the Kuiper Belt is like a preserved archaeological site for the solar system. And just like how fossils tell us how species evolved on Earth, planetesimals tell us how planets evolved in space. For the longest time, there were two prominent theories about how planetesimals, and hence planets, formed. One was that they formed violently, in a series of dramatic collisions, just like a multiple car crash with things smashing into one another. The other theory is that planetesimals formed through gentle collisions. It's not so much a smashing of stuff, but a building of similar elements that make up a whole. New Horizons data determined that Arrokoth looks the way it does not because it formed through violent collisions, but gently. Traveling to the coldest and most untouched regions of space is bringing us closer to uncovering the mysteries of our cosmic neighborhood. This recent discovery by New Horizons is one of the most important for understanding how planets formed. Worlds like Arrokoth are key pieces in the planetary formation puzzle, and by exploring them, we're learning how our solar system and others came together.
And here are my sources from all the information that I gathered. And that concludes my presentation. I don't know how to make it go away. Okay.